I should probably be the first ones to sign up for next year, so Chris don't make us look bad on our street. So anyway, just so you know. Those of y'all that don't know, I'll kind of give you a little bit of background here real quick, and Alan, if I miss something or get something wrong, correct me, and I won't feel bad. This year we have kind of an interesting situation in our Dallam County JP election. Our current JP is on the ballot to run, but she's not planning on staying. I think pretty much I think at the end of the year she's planning on moving to another state. She sold her house, bought another place. And so what's going to happen is that we've got some candidates running as a write-in candidate on the ballot because the position basically is going to be open. Even though she's on the ballot, if she gets elected, I'm not sure what the protocol will be. I guess she'll resign and then they'll appoint somebody to fill her position. So I would strongly encourage you, if you live in Dallam County, to make sure you put it, or we have 3 write-in candidates. We'll hear from the other 2 next week. I did invite Rita to come visit with us and kind of explain some of this to us, and she kind of declined. So anyway, so I would really strongly encourage you that if you live in Dallam County to go vote and put a write-in candidate on the ballot, because these are 3 people that would love to have the job, are excited about the job. We're going to hear from Allen today. He's looking for, as he said yesterday, a career change. Is that what you were saying? So, anyway, so I'm excited for him to be here. We'll hear, like I said, we'll have the other 2 next week. But anyway, I'll let Allen talk to you guys a little bit about why he's interested in the job and a little bit about himself, and then his wife, Marcia, is here with him.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for inviting me. I appreciate that. And it's pretty much exactly what she said. If Rita does actually win the popular vote, then the Dallam County Commissioners are the ones that's going to appoint who gets this office. So the scenario is you can either write somebody in and actually get a vote for it. If you check straight party ticket, then Rita gets your vote, and then ultimately the JP's position will be filled by somebody the commissioners decide for. But I am interested in this position now because it's like I said yesterday, I'm looking for a life change, something a little bit more different, something that's got a little bit more of a schedule like my wife has. I've been with Frito-Lay now for 14 years. Well, the way to start this is, this will be the first time I've ever interviewed for a job where I have to interview with 4,000 people. And this is basically what it is. So you start out your interview process and you say, "Hi, I'm Allen Layman. I'm very interested in the position that's open now." And it's not that I'm running against anybody, because I'm not running against anybody. I'm running for a vacant position. And I've lived in Dalhart for 56 years. I've been in Dallam County all that 56 years except for about a day and a half that I was in Hartley County in the hospital. And and I think I turned out pretty good, considering I'm the oldest son of Bonnie and Clyde. So, and Mom and Dad owned the RV park. They were business members of this community for over 50 years. So we have been involved in Dalhart for 50 years. Now, there's been a time in my life for about, it's probably been about 14 or 15 years that I worked outside of town, but I still lived here. I drove a truck for a living, and I spent a lot of time away from home. So when this, and I had a life change in my life, and I went to work for Coca-Cola, and worked there for a couple of years, and then I came back, and Frito-Lay had an opening, and that's where I've been for the last 14 and some odd years. And it's just time. It's time for a change now. And I heard about this. It's just like sometimes they talk about God opens doors that you don't know anything about. I had no idea that this position was going to be open until about I guess it was about 3 weeks ago. I didn't know it was even going to be available, because I would have never in my wildest dreams thought about anything about running against Rita Little. So, and then when we found out that she wasn't going to run, it's like a light came on. And I had somebody ask me, "Well, why don't you run for that position?" because I had said something to them about, you know, I've always wanted to do something in the community. I don't live inside the city limits now, so I can't run for mayor. I can't run for city council. I can't run for those kind of positions. About the only thing I could run for is commissioners, Dallam County commissioners. But this position has been, is open now, and so that's what I'm doing, is I'm running for this position because I've had a lot of life experiences in my life, and some of the job titles of JP is, well, you have to be a coroner, you have to do some investigative work to see if you need to order autopsies in case you think there might be some foul play in. And the thing I told my wife that scares me the most about this job is marrying people. That scares me more than anything about this job. But I have some really good life experiences with marriage, and one first thing I'll ask them is, "Oh, what are you thinking about?" And just be able to counsel people and to be able to talk to them, you know, talk to them before they make one of the biggest life choices they're going to make in their life. And so that's just another one of the life experiences that I have that would I think that would play out in this job very well. And let's see. On paper, I might not be the best candidate because this is going to be a job that I'm going to have to learn on the fly. And they say you have to go through about 80 hours of classroom in the first year, and then 20 hours of classroom every year after that to keep yourself up to speed on what's going on. And I would have to start out from basically ground zero in that case. But I think because of being here all my life and being able to live here and understand how life works in Dalhart, and to be proud to have lived here, and that's one of the things that is one of the selling points I have for this job. And another thing is, I don't owe anybody anything, and nobody owes me anything. So when you come through the doors, it doesn't matter what your last name is, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to be treated fairly and with respect. And I'm going to try to show as much mercy and grace because of the way the things that have happened to me in my life is going to help me to be able to show mercy and grace in some of these areas. And I'm pro-law enforcement, I am pro-military, I'm conservative in my values. Well, there was something else I was going to. I don't like the label Republican because it's getting to the point anymore where there's not too much difference between Republicans and Democrats. So it would make it really hard for me to say exactly what party affiliation I have. But I'm very conservative. I believe that that's the way that we should be able to function in conservative with using common sense. Common sense doesn't seem to reign anymore, and we need common sense in some of these areas. And I feel like I have that, and I feel like that I can be a very positive influence in the system here if you folks give me the chance to run for you. So, and I'll take any kind of questions that you have.
Looking at this life change for you, you know, and knowing that you're going into it kind of green, what have you done now to start preparing yourself for the potential, you know, future of having to do something so new and different?
Well, I've had to start studying already. I've already had to start studying to see exactly what it is, what the demands are, and there's really actually no qualifications. Some counties have qualifications where they want you to be an attorney. You have to have different kind of qualifications for different counties, but in Dallam County you don't have to. So in that sense, it just started to doing some research and what the job's going to require.